Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is me, Joe Duncan, and this is JDTV. We are sponsored by Callaway Cuisine, specializing in celebrity catering, private chef services, and please, 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 if you are hungry, be sure to check out their food truck. It is traveling around the city of Atlanta. All right, well, one of the most beloved movies is coming back to the screen. Eddie Murphy's return to the land of opportunity in the much anticipated sequel Coming to America, which premieres on Amazon Prime tomorrow. Many of the movie's most memorable characters tag along for the hilarious trek back to the States and the box office and into the hearts of fans. Among them are the members of Sexual Chocolate. the backup band for Murphy's memorable character, singer Randy Watson. It is one of the most iconic scenes from the original film, and Murphy decided to get the band back together for the new installment. And before they take the stage on the big screen tomorrow, the band is taking center stage right here with me on JDTV. Everyone, please meet Jeffrey Suttles, Tori Ruffin, Carl Dennis, Melvin Lee Davis, and Bruce Sterling. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, man.
Everything's good. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for having us on the show, man.
Thank you for being here. Listen, there is so much anticipation for this movie Coming to America, and you guys are a huge reason the film lives in the hearts of fans all across the world. How did you feel when you first heard that, okay, there's going to be a sequel and that Sexual Chocolate was going to get to be a part of it?
I'll let you go ahead. You go ahead, Bruce.
Okay. Well, I can tell you this much, man. It was actually one of our goals to get back on the sequel, and when it happened, it was like a God intervention, man. It was amazing because we didn't really know if they were bringing us back or not, and at the last minute, we all got calls. Next thing you know, we are in the movie again. And that's exactly, I think, how it happened the first time.
I had a bunch of my fans, hitting me up going, hey man, there's gonna be another Coming to America. Are you gonna be in it? And I was like, man, they don't know who I am. They have no idea that I was in the last movie. So I was not expecting this at all. So when we
right. Exactly.
Well, Jeffrey, I hear that you're the reason this all happened.
Yes. Yeah. I was actually a production assistant on the movie, and which came from another situation that I was involved with John Landis. And he came to me and said, Jeff, you're a musician and you have a band, right? I said, yeah, I do. He said, I need you to put a band together for a scene that we want to do. And at that point, we had been working for about 4 or 5 months. So to me, it was like, oh, sure, no problem. Because I was a production assistant. They asked me to do whatever. They said, man, go pick up that bag over there. I just, okay. So, and I said, well, I got the guy, I call them my guys, my cats, the guys,
Right.
and for me, calling them, I'm not afraid to call them to do anything.
Right.
Anything. Everybody in this band is on the high end of musicianship. So yeah, I was the reason, and I just called the guys and said, man, we got this thing for this movie, and everybody was down for it, and went in and done it, and it just kind of developed. Eddie was amazing with that improv on the stage with everything. So that's how it happened.
All right. Well, so at the top of the show, I mentioned how iconic this movie is. And you guys happen to be a part of one of the most iconic scenes. I mean, you can't go anywhere. Everybody knows that scene.
Yeah.
What was it like filming that performance at the fundraiser with Eddie playing the lead singer, Randy Watson? I mean, were you in awe, or were you able to keep a straight face during the filming?
Yeah, that for me, that was the hard part, because first of all, we're sitting behind all these beautiful sisters, right? And we're supposed to keep it together. Right. And then
Melvin,
everyone has a script. Everyone has, they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. But anytime Eddie and when Arsenio was by himself, calm, collected. When Eddie was by himself, calm, collected. But when they got together, oh, it was fireworks. And
Oh my God.
we couldn't keep a straight face because when they start getting together, it's like
Man.
subtle say they start improving, and it's like it's all over.
Yeah, that was none of that was in the script, man. They just came up right on the fly, and it was amazing. Yeah.
Which is
Well, Carl, I know you guys are talented musicians in real life, but in the movie, oh, did we lose him?
No.
Oh, there.
No,
Okay.
no.
All right. I moved somebody around. So in real life, you guys are talented musicians, but in the movie, you guys don't really sound that good. Was it was it difficult? Was it difficult to try to sound like a bad nightclub act and not sound like the class act musicians that you really are?
Yes, it was. I mean, when we did the recording session for that, especially Melvin plays too good. I said, Melvin, you're just playing too good, dude. Come on. But it was tough to play bad like that. It was.
Yeah.
We actually that's actually us. We recorded that music.
Yeah.
We went into the studio and recorded that music out of tune.
Yeah.
It was
Bad
tough.
notes.
It was tough. We did about 4 or 5 takes of that.
Yeah. And Lion's Share. Yeah.
It
was
was
tough.
crazy. Yeah, sure was Lion's Share.
But you know what, Joe? We had to just all remember. We just had to remember a few years back from then when we used to suck. So we I traveled a little bit, to when you didn't know what it was yet and all that.
What? But you know what it's like Jeff said, it was hard. It was hard because we were a band. We were like a band. So we're spiritually, emotionally, we're locked in. So to try to get out of that emotional sit and try to play crappy was really difficult. That's why Jeff was like, man, you gotta switch.
Stop playing good, baby.
Well,
God.
Good job. Job well done. Now, here is something that I've always been curious of about this scene and the song in particular. In that scene, you guys are performing The Greatest Love of All. Of course, the song made super duper famous by the incredible and the late, great Whitney Houston. Do you know why that song was chosen? I always thought maybe that was the time when Eddie and Whitney were messing around. Do you know why Eddie chose that particular song?
Actually, that was George Benson at the time, though. Whitney wasn't on the scene.
Okay.
Yeah, so George made that famous because it was a song in the Muhammad Ali movie.
The Greatest, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So when we did that was Whitney wasn't on the scene yet, right?
Right? No, I don't think so.
That was the George Benson.
And that was a call. Had to be a call from Eddie, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a call from Eddie, and I'm gonna tell you the difficult part about that. When I was. Because Eddie was on set, and Eddie had a tooth pulled or something was going on. He was in a lot of pain. Oh. And John Landis said, Jeff, you got to go ask Eddie what key he wants to sing the song in. And he didn't like to be bothered too much.
Yeah.
So that was one of the most difficult jobs it took me about 4 days to ask him what key he sang that song in.
Right.
And
well, what key did he sing the song in?
Just sing it in the original key, whatever. That's kind of the whatever.
You know what?
Okay.
And the reason why he had to ask him because we had to go in the studio that day to record it first. It wasn't played like that on the stage. We had to go and record it first, and then we just played to it like we did.
But to hear it now,
I know, right?
It's really unbelievable how crappy we sound.
But you know what?
I'm only saying this because at that time we were smoking as a band. I mean, we were like locked emotionally, musically, we were locked. So to hear that,
right?
Yeah, man, we can look at each other. Like, you going that way? Okay, let's go that way.
But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you that scene would not have been what it was if it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it just made sense.
I'm still playing crappy, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you,
what John said. Don't play it like you. If we had done it the way we really did, we would have done it.
Oh gosh.
George Benson would have said, "Let me play on top of that."
Well, what I want to do now, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my producer / co-host. He's going to join the conversation. We're gonna continue the fun.
Okay.
Great. That's funny. You're right though, John was. Y'all played too
yeah. If we had done that the real way, it'd have been on fire.
Yeah.
The other day, somebody said to me that a friend of theirs, a sax player, who's a good sax player, said he loved my tone in that movie. And I was on the floor laughing, like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
I sound like a foghorn.
Right. Well, everybody, I want you to meet my producer co-host Preston. Preston, say hello to Sexual Chocolate.
Hey.
Sexual Chocolate. You say I'm one of y'all, right? I'm one of y'all.
Yeah,
All right.
Hi.
Hey, you're the fifth Beatle, man. You're the fifth Beatle.
There you go.
Sexy and you chocolate.
All right, everybody. So I know you all have fond and funny memories from the set. Tell me one of the most hilarious moments that stands out to you about filming the original film.
Can I say that? Because I think, let me go ahead and this real quick, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, but I remember Carl telling me, boy, that dude, there was an AD, there was a second AD on the set, okay, who made all the calls and everything else loud, just telling everybody what to do. So we shot a couple scenes with Eddie and of course with Arsenio, and then the AD kept talking. And he kept making noise and telling people off, whatever. And Eddie was like, yo, dude, you know everybody in this room after this scene is over gonna kick your ass.
No, check it out. This is how it went. Because I mean, yeah, we had actually ran out of film. I mean, it's like we had finished and they were gonna change the reels. So they wanted everybody to be quiet in the audience. You know, a whole auditorium of black folks, that's hard to do. Yeah. Nevertheless, he asked everybody to be quiet while they change it. We're just going to change reels and then we're going to get back into it. So, this was so disrespectful. The AD, like you said, Bruce, the AD, there was two brothers sitting in the middle of the audience. Wait a minute. And one turned over and whispered to the other cat. And the AD saw that and said, you, get up, get out. And he fronted him off in front of a whole sea of black folk. And he said, I'm talking to you, get up and get out. And man, after that, Eddie was unruly. You couldn't get him, Eddie got on the ground.
And that's when Eddie got on him. Eddie got on him heavy.
So he started messing around, and John Landis is trying. Okay, guys, let's.
I remember that.
Eddie's like, and then Eddie said, "Yeah, I bet there's a bunch out here want to whoop his ass right now."
That's what it was.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Preston, what do you want to ask the fellas?
Hey, so with all the shenanigans on set, and of course Eddie Murphy ad-libbing and going off script, how are you guys able to stay in character, so to speak, during filming?
I think we held it up because we couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. And if you look at the footage, if you look at the whole scene that we're in, even that short of a scene, you can still see there's some breaks on all of us. Moments where we're all looking a little bit like we just got caught laughing,
Right.
So it was pretty impossible. But what I noticed, and I said this to Eddie when we did the new movie, is I've only met him 2 times, and it was we did the first movie and then we did this movie, and but he's always in character.
Exactly. I remember when you said something to him about that.
Yeah, and
I remember that.
It's kind of funny because the first time we did it, I thought of it like, well, you don't really bother Eddie Murphy, because at the time he was like, the biggest of the biggest of the biggest stars right then, and he was, black, and it was a room full of black people, and everybody wanted to meet him. And so, you know, I thought he was just being very, you know, quiet because, you know, he just trying to keep the temperature down. But then I realized on the new movie that he's freaking Randy Watson. He's not Eddie Murphy. he's Randy Watson. You know, he's got his vibe. And so the last time I'm standing, you know, 2 feet away from him, I said, man, it's kind of funny because I've only met you twice, and both times you've been this guy. And he looked at me and goes, when was the last time? I said on the first movie, and he's like, oh yeah. But that's the only time I've ever met him, you know, and I would love to, you know, be able to ask him some questions and be like, dude, remember this? What, you know, be like freaking
hey, how you doing?
Name, Chris Farley. You know,
Yeah.
Dude, you remember when you did that one skit and it was awesome.
Well, who knows? Maybe there's going to be a Coming to America 3. We got our fingers crossed.
And then we'll all
in another 30 years.
Right,
But
another 30 years.
Jeffrey, let me ask you this. How does it feel? How does it feel to be a part of this film that everybody loves so much? And I mean, to be associated with this particular scene that everybody knows, everyone recites. I mean, it's got to feel special.
It really, really does, and it just speaks to the fact that when I think about the band itself, just the guys in the band.
Yeah.
Melvin, Bruce, Tori, and Carl, just individually, and we met 30 plus years ago. This was 30 plus years ago when we were together.
Yeah.
And I just feel like even that particular aspect of it is special, and it was meant to be. And I just kind of take in the specialness about that, because I just know that it was a special situation, and I know that, and it's a God-given situation, and I just really appreciate it. And it was the right guys to be in that thing.
Yeah, man, for
Very
sure.
blessed.
Yeah.
That too is
Get you, Jeffrey. All I can see is your nose, man.
I'm here. When I'm doing that, I'm putting the thing against my ear because I can hear so much noise around at this set.
I just want to say that you know, the other day I was hanging out with my son, who's 25 now, and you know, he wasn't even born yet, and you know, he's heard about this, he's seen the movie and blah blah blah, but we're sitting watching sports or something, and the commercial comes on, and their dad gets a little screen time, you know. So that was kind of amazing for me, you know, just to have my kids, you know, like it was on the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
Premiered on the Super Bowl, and
It sure did. Yeah.
You know, called me, Dad, you were just on the commercial in the Super Bowl. So you know, it's really, really special to be a part of it, and to have so many years in between.
Yeah, because for me, that's the most amazing thing. I look at you guys now, and you guys haven't changed. You're a little full, you know.
Well, what do you guys think about the new storyline for the film?
Well, I really don't know. I really don't know what the storyline is, because when I was doing the first one, I was there for the entire movie.
Yeah.
This particular time I came in for the scene, so I haven't seen it. I'm going to try to see it tomorrow to know what the storyline is. I mean,
Me too.
that's just based off of the trailers that I've seen. I think it's pretty cool, but to know the actual,
I'm already hearing some good reviews from a friend of mine who's one of the organizers for the Pan African Film Festival.
Oh, cool!
And he said that it's getting everybody is just laughing, man. It's incredible.
And the cool thing about the first one, if you will, is like, we were all in it from studio recording. You know, that there was a process, but then you were intimately involved, right, Subtle? I mean, you were intimately involved, so we were more involved in the process on the first one, right?
Right. I was a production assistant from the beginning, so I was from pre-production to post-production. I was there the whole time. all of the scenes. The only time I wasn't there was when they did stuff in New York. When they flew to New York, I didn't go with them. But when all of the stuff in LA and all of those scenes, I was always involved, so I kind of could follow everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Preston, I bet you got another question.
Yeah, quick question. So you guys able to take any of the props or steal any of the set designs or the first movie or the second one?
I didn't take
No,
it.
But I wish I did like this time.
Hey, I still got my powder blue tux.
I was going to ask you about the tuxedos. I was going to ask you about the tuxedo.
No.
Here's what I have to say. I think they use the same ones.
I do too, man.
This time.
I know I think they did.
That's what I was going to ask. That's what I was going to ask. But I'm sure they had to be altered.
No, you.
Oh yeah, for me they did.
Man, what are you talking about? I'm as spelt as I've ever been.
Yeah, mine's had a few trimmings. It did.
Man, I mean,
we've got less than 10 minutes left.
Okay.
To spend with you guys. One thing I want to know is I don't know.
Well, we shot the movie in Atlanta, the second one.
Yeah. Tyler Perry Studios.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But well, how did they get you guys back together for the sequel?
That's
emails
a great yeah,
emails.
But they were looking for us. It was funny. We actually
looked for us. They seeked us out.
They seeked us out, and we actually got in just at the end of filming that week.
Wow.
They just got us in. Yeah, it's crazy. Yes.
Eddie made the request though, didn't he? Was it Eddie?
Yeah, Eddie's Eddie's the one that said, "Hey, find these guys. I want them back in the movie."
Yeah.
So, and that's what he did throughout the whole sequel. Because as you know, everybody's returning in this movie, in the sequel, pretty much, and of course the new ones. But everyone. I mean, even the twins. Even the twins that were rapping, they're in the movie too.
Yeah, but this time James Earl is laying down. He's laying down.
Yeah. He laying down. Yeah.
He's chilling. He's like, yo.
Well, tell me, I know you guys have to get recognized wherever you go. Do people recognize who you are? When
Not
you're
me.
out?
Oh my God. Okay. Here's
maybe
here's
Melvin probably more than anybody because he's just right up in there. You got to kind of dig your head into the screen to see me, but nobody recognizes me.
I'm on my way to Atlanta. Now, this is when the movie came out, a little after. I'm on my way to Atlantic City to do a week with the Pointer Sisters, right? I fly to Philly. I'm coming up the escalator, and people are going down. I'm going down the escalator to the baggage claim, and people are coming up. And as I'm going down, some dude in the escalator on the other side, yo, sexual chocolate. He just yelled at me. I'm like going, yeah, all right, man, all right. But at first it's cool, but after a while, even at my church, hi, Mr. Davis, I saw you on TV, sexual chocolate. So, you know what I mean? But that's a church situation. But I don't get it, but I know what you're saying, so it's just like there's one scene where the curls, the powder blue, it's like it's right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But
no, really, no.
Over the years, because people, people who see me play music for years and years, who actually know me really well, will eventually see the movie, and then I'll get a text. Like,
yeah.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
like, man, I didn't know you did sexual chocolate.
That's
something. It was so under the cover. I don't think any of us had any idea how big of a cult following this was going to be.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It was amazing, and I have to say, if I can on air right now, JD and my boy, I'm so happy to have shared this moment and that time with Jeff, Carl, and Melvin and Tori, who's not here right now, but he's the guitar player, and all of us, man, just to be able to, think about being able to, almost like childhood friends, being on a movie that basically records our life. Yeah. And it's great. It's just a wonderful feeling, man. Wonderful feeling.
Well, everybody is waiting on pins and needles for the premiere of the movie tomorrow. I did want to say, but we got to get out of here. Our time is up. But
Okay.
I did want to say one more thing about that scene. I believe that is the first time that I ever saw a mic drop. I think Randy Watson was the first one to do drop the mic.
I think you're right.
Yeah, right.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah. From the president to TLC, they all did it.
And they all stole it from Randy Watson. Well, listen, guys, it has been such a good time sitting here and letting you guys reminisce. This was kind of like a reunion for you, and thanks for being a special part of so many people's lives and part of a movie that is so special to people. We wish you all the success. We hope to see you in Coming to America 3. And until the next time we meet, everybody, sex your chocolate.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Thanks a lot, baby.
All right.
Hey,
and it's actually the
man.
original sexual chocolate because they got some guys out there doing some other things. These are the original guys.
The original.
Yeah. Right.
There it is.
And sealed in the movie, so you know.
All right, now.
Thanks, guys.
Take care. Stay safe, everybody.
All right, man.
All right.
Right. Peace.